Play. It's a busy day on the island of Sodor. Let's visit one of the engines. Choose the engine that is feeling worried. Yes, it's Percy. On Dowager Hat's birthday, Percy is sad when all of the other engines are given important jobs. Sir Topham Hatt sends Percy on the most important special of all, to pick up a big present at Brendam Docks. How does Percy feel after Sir Topham Hatt sent him on the most important... Yes! Percy feels very happy after Sir Topham Hatt sent him on the most important special of all. Sometime later, Percy is excited at the chance to make new friends with two squirrels that he sees on a tree stump. When Percy rushes up to talk with the squirrels, they're scared and run away. How does Percy feel after the squirrels run away? Surprised. Percy. Yes! Percy is sad after the squirrels run away. Sometime later, Percy is excited when he decides to make his mail delivery run on the express track. Gordon derails when he's forced to swerve into a siding to avoid Percy. How does Percy feel after he causes Gordon to derail? Percy is... That's right! Percy is embarrassed after he causes Gordon to derail. A lot has happened today. Now it's time for Percy to go to sleep. Click on Percy to say goodnight. Good night, Percy. Play again. It's another busy day on the island of Sodor. Let's visit one of the engines. Choose the engine that is feeling worried. That's right. It's James. James is worried about getting his delivery wet as he looks at a puddle on the tracks. Thomas races through the puddle and splashes James, ruining his delivery of strawberries. How does James feel after Thomas races through the puddle and splashes him? That's right! James is angry after Thomas races through the puddle and splashes him. Sometime later, James is happy that he's taken a load of children to the picnic. A cork pops out of a lemonade bottle on Thomas's passing special and hits James. How does James feel after a cork from a lemonade bottle hits him? Surprised. Yes! James feels surprised after a cork from a lemonade bottle hits him. Later on, James is unhappy that he's covered in mud. Flynn uses his water cannons to wash the mud from James. How does James feel after Flynn uses his water cannons to wash the mud from James? Very happy. Right! James feels very happy after Flynn uses his water cannons to wash the mud from James. It's the end of a long day, and James has been really useful. Now it's time for James to go to sleep. Click on James to say goodnight. Good night, James. Play again. It's another busy day on the island of Sodor. Let's visit one of the engines. Choose the engine that is feeling happy. Yes, it's Edward. Edward is happy that he's been given a special by Sir Topham Hatt. Later, when Edward chooses to complete his special rather than play with Charlie, Charlie says that Edward is too old to be a fun engine. How does Edward feel after Charlie says that Edward is too old to be a... Edward is not. Yes! Edward is sad after Charlie says that Edward is too old to be a fun engine. Later on, Edward is surprised to see that Sir Topham Hatt has a moustache and wants to play hide and seek with the children. Later, Edward learns that the man with the moustache is Sir Loam Hatt, Sir Topham Hatt's brother. who's come for a visit. How does Edward feel after Edward learns that the man with a moustache is Sir Topham Hatt's brother? Yes! Edward is happy after Edward learns that the man with a moustache is Sir Topham Hatt's brother. Sometime later, Edward is worried that he doesn't know how to be a hero and thinks that he must be strong, fast and stern, like Gordon. Sir Topham Hatt tells Edward that being kind, gentle and funny is what makes him a hero. How does Edward feel after Sir Topham Hatt tells him that being kind, gentle and funny is... Yes! Edward is very happy after Sir Topham Hatt tells him that being kind, gentle and funny is what makes him a hero. A lot has happened today. Now it's time for Edward to go to sleep. Click on Edward to say good night. Good night, Edward. Play again. It's another busy day on the island of Sodor. Let's visit one of the engines. Which engine is feeling happy? That's right. It's Gordon. Gordon is proud to be given the special to move the Lion of Sodor to the Duke and Duchess's summer house. Sir Topham Hatt asks Gordon to share the special with Ferdinand, who is being rewarded for being really useful. How does Gordon feel after Sir Topham Hatt asks him to share the special with Ferdinand? That's right! Gordon is angry after Sir Topham Hatt asks him to share the special with Ferdinand. Sometime later, Gordon is embarrassed that the waste dump has become a mess while he is in charge. Scruff helps Gordon clear the tracks and make the waste dump neat and tidy again. How does Gordon feel after Scruff helps him make the waste dump neat and tidy again? That's right! Gordon feels happy after Scruff helps him make the waste dump neat and tidy again. Later that day, Gordon is unhappy because his boiler is broken and he can't be really useful. Victor moves Gordon to the front of the repair line so that he can be fixed quickly. How does Gordon feel after Victor... That's right! Gordon is very happy after Victor moves him to the front of the repair line. It's the end of a long day, and Gordon has been really useful. Now it's time for Gordon to go to sleep. Click on Gordon to say good night. Good night, Gordon. Play again. It's another busy day on the island of Sodor. Let's see how one of the engines is doing today. Which engine is feeling excited? Yes, it's Henry. Henry is excited that a photographer is about to take a special picture of him for a book about the engines of Sodor. Suddenly, Thomas races up so that he is in Henry's picture too. How does Henry feel after Thomas races up to be in Henry's picture? Surprised. Yes. Henry feels surprised after Thomas races up to be in Henry's picture. Later on, Henry is excited when Sir Topham Hatt asks him to collect an important visitor from Brendam Docks. During Henry's run, Ari and Bert tease him about being the only engine that needs a special type of coal. How does Henry feel after Ari and Bert tease him about being the only engine that needs a special type of coal? Henry is not very happy. That's right! Henry feels angry after Ari and Bert tease him about being the only engine that needs a special type of coal. Later on, Henry is sad when he scares away the Sodor warbler, a special bird that visitors have come to see. The visitors are happy to see the bird riding on Henry's buffer later when he goes to pick them up. How does Henry feel after the visitors are happy to see the Sodor warbler riding on his buffer? Yes! Henry is happy after the visitors are happy to see the Sodor Warbler riding on his buffer. A lot has happened today. Now it's time for Henry to go to sleep. Click on Henry to say good night. Good night, Henry. Printable.